This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Kane Baker the morning after the night before what was such a huge moment for you, Kane. Firstly, congratulations on your win last night. How does it feel to obviously come out of the fight camp bubble with a win this time?
It's really. I've said it about 100 times, but the feeling's amazing. Yeah, it's just complete elation because last week I was distraught, and this week I'm on cloud nine. So from one extreme to the next, it's just been a roller coaster, really.
I was about to say, on the back of a defeat to Fiaz, to find yourself in the position you are in now, if you was to have been told you'd be kind of going through this over a space of a month's time, would you ever have believed it?
Never. I'd have said someone was pulling my leg, definitely.
Um,
It's sort of a bit unbelievable. That truly has been unbelievable.
let's obviously get into the fight because I'm wary of taking up too much of your time today. I'm sure you want to enjoy it and rest and kind of see your family. Talk me through your victory over Shaq Speare, Kane.
Um, I think. Well, I did watch it back a bit. I've watched it back to be honest. I think it was an entertaining fight. It was a great fight. He was very strong and really good fighter. And he come forward, and I come forward, and I just think it was entertaining. There was head clash, there was blood, there was some big. He landed some big shots on me. I always relentless as I normally am. And it ebbed and flowed. He had a bit of everything, and that's the most thing I wanted really was to just be in an exciting fight, a fan friendly fight. And I think it was, and to get the win just was a dream come true.
Was you surprised at all by kind of anything that Shaq brought, or did he just kind of deliver what you expected going into the fight?
Well, he was strong. He was very strong, and he hit quite hard, and some of the shots that was cuffing over the top of the head. So I did feel a lot of some of his shots. Yeah, he was very strong, very good fighter, and a nice jab. But so did Diaz last week. So um, kind of held me in good stead for this one, maybe. Yeah, and it was just a great fight. Really, to be a part of it, it was a great fight. And he come forward non-stop. I came forward non-stop, and yeah, like I said, it ebbed and flowed as well.
Spear seemed to, probably about the middle rounds, just tire a little bit. Did you sense that yourself?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I I hear people because once I set a pace, I don't really go backwards from it. So I could see people that come out, even Fiaz last week, they was dying as he went through, and the same was with Spears yesterday, and I could sense that, and that just gave me a little bit more. So I pushed on a little bit more, and my tempo never goes backwards; it would only up if anything. So, but I was a little bit. I wasn't as fit as I was before for the Fiaz fight. I felt the tempo myself, but yeah, I have got an engine. One thing I have got.
Can you certainly shown that over these past couple of weeks, for sure. One thing which I will say is, and one thing which I've seen people kind of pick up on is kind of how vital people like yourself are to kind of the sport because you're going into fights, you've got a winning record. Um, you're going into fights with a winning record, and oh, 1 second. Just had to delete. So
You
I
too,
my WhatsApp was
you too
open.
busy.
Noise. My WhatsApp. I can edit this out, but my WhatsApp was open, so I've just got a message through, so I had to close it. Right. Yeah, Ken, just to pick that back up there. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people suggest just how important people like yourself are, to the sport. You've got a winning record, and you're going into fights believing you can win, and you're only ever a matter of maybe a few fights away from going on to achieve something more. Even if you'd go into say the Fiaz fight and you wasn't successful, you're still there or thereabouts. You're still only a matter of a few fights away from being able to do something. Do you feel like on the back of your Spears victory, that's kind of been shown just how important somebody like yourself is for boxing now?
Yes, definitely. Because of the scenario and the situation we're in, 50-50 fights. have been put out there, and I don't think there's any going back from that. So it's even if I would have lost to Spears and I lost to Fiaz, they still, because of my winning record, there still would have been good 50-50 fights for them or to watch. And the fact that I've won and maybe as the underdog, that gives it a bit more of an edge, because when the guys are undefeated, and I think he had a decent knockout record as well, and then the underdog goes in and he performs well. A lot of fans and spectators like that, they don't like every week or the whole card, the one side of the card's winning and the other side then they like it where they don't know. If you can't pick a winner and it's 50-50 fights, I'm a fan myself and I absolutely love that. If I don't know who's going to win, then they're the best fights.
We saw Eddie tweet afterwards your fight as well that he'd love to see yourself and Spears fight again. Now you've beaten him, is it a fight you'd like again, or are you looking beyond that now? Are you thinking where's the next opportunity?
Well, I'd never look beyond. I'd never look past or say no to a fight. So if that was the fight that I got after, then I'm sure, of course, I'll do it again. But if I could get, I wouldn't like to. I don't really like to fight the same person again. I'd like to fight someone else. But who knows? I don't mind if this fight's there. I'll take him against anyone. But I do want to fight at super featherweight. That's what I definitely want to do. I don't want to go, and I know Spears is the super featherweight as well, so that could happen. But I don't want to go up to lightweight. I'm definitely a super featherweight. For anything, I think I've weighed 9-2 or 3. I could probably even push featherweight if I wanted to. So I don't want to be back at lightweight or above. But any other fights, super featherweight, I'll fight anyone, anytime, any place.
Have you been in down at Eddie's ear at all, trying to get onto another show yet, Kane?
Well, I got the 28 days, so I've probably been hammering to try and get on the UC. I know there's the Joshua one, and to be fair, the first time I took the Ben fight, that was meant to be on a Joshua undercard, and then he got postponed because my medical was out, so I didn't get. So if anyone needs any work in December, I'm available again. And the Joshua undercard would be nice. But no, Eddie has messaged me and he said it's looking like early next year. Just have a nice Christmas, and it's going to be early next year, I think.
I was going to say, Ken, what is your plans now for the remainder of this year? But from the sounds of it, you will be fighting next year, most probably on the Matchroom show, from what Eddie's saying. But is there any chances of you getting back out this year? Are you still training, or are you going to take some time off? How are you going to play it?
I'm going to go back to the gym on Wednesday, and definitely I've got a lot to work on. I'm still learning on the job, and really, I'll take things from the couple of fights I've had, and I'll go to the gym and work on things that need working on, because I'm always improving and learning. So I'm going to do that. And if something comes up in the meantime, I down undercard or anything like that I'm available for, then of course I jump at it. But like any fighters at the minute, you've just literally got to stay ready and be available, and that's all we can do. And I'm not going to change that mentality because I know I can fight next year. I'm going to try and improve myself, and if it's next year that I'm out, then I'll be a lot better. If not, and there's something available before that, then I'll jump on that as well.
Okay, and just before I let you shoot off, just tell me how you celebrated your victory last night. How you going to in the coming days? Because I believe around the areas that obviously we live, the pubs and that are still open. So I imagine you'll be heading down to one soon.
To be honest, I came back home last night to see my partner, and I had some friends here, and they was drinking and ecstatic and partying, and I didn't really fancy it. I just nah. I just letting the feeling of the buzz sink in on its own. I don't need any high off any drink or party or anything like that, because I feel ecstatic in myself. So I want to get back to the gym Wednesday if I'm honest, which is unlike me, very unlike me. I did go to Greg's this morning though. That was when I spoke to you earlier. I was rushing back from Greg's. I had a few cakes, but no, That's all I'll be having. I'll be back in the gym on Wednesday.
Well, mate, I'm sure you can afford to treat yourself a few more times before you do get back into the gym. But I appreciate you giving up some time today. Enjoy your victory. Obviously, enjoy some time off until you are back in the gym on Wednesday. I'm sure I'll catch up with you soon. Thank you for your time as always, mate. And thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Thank you very much, Andy. Always great to speak to you, mate. And definitely see you soon, and we'll catch up.